When there's stuff on your mind and you're feeling unclear, just hop on the mic and speak without fear. Let's air out.
Oh, goodness gracious, ladies and folks. I tell ya, the year I have been having, dude, it's not that bad. I mean, relative to people in like non-first world countries, but I tell ya, for starts of years, this has been a bad one for me. I recorded a podcast last week, kind of detailing everything that went on pretty much since the end of December until last week. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, things have been tough, but they're looking up. Things are getting better. From here on out, things are all going uphill. Boy, was that a premature celebration. It got worse. More things broke. I lost things. So, I guess I got to try and redo last week's podcast. I know I've been gone for like the entire month of January. Not how I wanted to start this year. It was supposed to be the year of success and year of the shred. Year of the shred is not going too bad. We lost 17 pounds in January, but the year of success has not been. It's been a year of failure. A year of failure, which hopefully we've gotten a year's worth of failure out of the way. But let's just detail what has been going on so far in my year. So, end of the year, I got rear-ended. Tough. First week of January, girl I'm seeing starts being very distant, and I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. Stressed me out. Week after that, she dumps me. Week after that, I get COVID and I get rejected from Japan. And then after that, I think I'm all good with the podcast, and then my computer breaks, and that's what happened to the podcast after that. And then I got my computer up and running, and now I found out that my 2 terabyte hard drive that held all the podcast stuff and all the YouTube stuff corrupted. So we gotta take that to Canada Computers today, hopefully see if they can recover anything by a new hard drive. I've rebuilt an entire brand new PC that should be really good for video editing. So hopefully that's like the one shining light, is that even if I have to do a fresh start on this stuff, it should be easier to make stuff, and I've got the hardware to do it now. But boy, oh boy, has it just been 2023 has just got me bent over a barrel right now, and every time I'm like, okay, I took my beating, I'm getting back up, it just kicks me right back in the stomach, and I get back down, and I just can't catch a break. But I will say, at this point, I'm just taking it on the chin. Like, if more bad stuff happens, I'm just like, well, it's funny at this point. How bad can it be? And like I said, relative to a lot of other people's problems, it's not that bad. But yeah, it's been real tough. The worst part, honestly, has been essentially getting dumped and losing Japan within 2 weeks of each other, because that was like my future. That was my outlook. I was really looking forward to being in a relationship with this girl. Thought we got along great. Thought we had a good thing going. And then I was like, oh, super excited to go to Japan. Brand new experience. It's gonna be so much fun for a year. It's gonna be awesome. And then that was like, I was set for the year. I just had to wait for Westmount to come around. I just go back to work at Westmount up until going to Japan. And just in a blink of an eye, both things are gone. And I'm just lost in space and time. I got no idea what's going on. I was definitely depressed for a while. Probably even up to like last week I was. But we're, like I said, we're getting through it. I do look haggardy right now. I feel like I got a head cold coming on. It was like minus 28 the last time I was working on Thursday, and it's just, it's beating me up. I don't get sick, so I feel like, I don't know, it's a combination of working outside in the night at night in the cold, and probably just stress and anxiety from this year. It's not been great, but we're chugging along. I hope, like I said, we lost the hard drive, the 2 terabyte hard drive that had all the podcast stuff on it. But it looks like I had the intros saved to my OneDrive, but it's just OneDrive is giving me problems now accessing it on my computer. So I got it on my phone, so I know it exists somewhere. I think Ethan might have the audio file still, hopefully, somewhere tucked away on his computer if I needs to come to that. And then honestly, worst case scenario, we just go completely fresh start. We record a new podcast intro, we start brand new, make some new things, record some new videos, and just kind of, you just gotta roll with the punches at some point. And at this point, I'm just trying to fix everything. I'm not a man that likes to fix things. I'm a man that just, other than like relationships where I will fucking mean, it's been a problem lately where I'm like just trying to keep it going no matter what the other person thinks. I'm just trying to stay connected and keep them in my life. Other than that, I just like, oh, this thing's broken, I'll just get a new thing. I'm done with it. I don't care. And yeah, it was like I thought I'd be super excited to get this new PC. It's super beefy. Chris was saying he spent $7,000 on his PC a few years ago, and I spent $1,500 on this one, and mine is much more powerful. That's like just the change. Once Bitcoin crashed and all like the Bitcoin miners weren't buying GPUs anymore, the market just went way down. So I've got an insanely strong computer now. This is the first time I've turned it on and like actually done something on it. I haven't edited any videos on it. It's good for gaming. I don't even want to play games on it. I have a terabyte solid state drive with all my Steam games on it, and I'm thinking of just wiping them and like just not worrying about gaming and until Steam Clean comes back around. But even with Steam Clean, I lost the in-sale mine footage so far. I don't have the remaining. I think it was just one or two videos left on there, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I don't know. It's been a tough year. It's been a tough year. I'm just looking at the camera. I look tired and dead. I'm exhausted. I even slept for like 9 hours last night, and I'm just beat down. Yeah. I'm trying to remember what I talked about in the last episode, and I don't. I think I talked about like our night out in Uptown a few weeks ago, but it was so long ago. I don't really want to talk about it again. If I can get that footage off the hard drive, maybe you'll hear that podcast as like a little bonus episode. But for now, this is episode 63, and I don't know how long I'll be able to do this. I'm just I got a keyboard. I'm looking at that. I'm gonna try and just talk to you guys. I got a keyboard that I have not been able to play in a while. I mean, I have been able to play it, but I've just not been in the mindset to go sit down on the keyboard. But yeah, as I'm trying to piece things back together, I think what I need to do is just start filling my schedule again. I said I wanted to get a job to like get that 9 to 5 routine back, have something to do during the day. And instead I got a job where I don't know when I'm working, and I'm just working occasionally between 1 a.m. and 9 a.m. to 12 to noon. So that doesn't really help the schedule at all. I still have these wide open days, and then I'm just like stressed out if I start seeing snowflakes. Like, oh man, I'm gonna get called and I'm gonna have to go to work today. I'm gonna have to go try and get some like 2 hours of sleep at 8 o'clock tonight, and then get up at midnight and drive out to go meet my boy Nate. I don't know. It's not been good, but Westmount is hopefully just around the corner. It's supposed to be a mild February, which means we can start up earlier in March. So just like we're weeks away, and I think that would set me so straight. I mentioned in the unreleased podcast that you guys hadn't heard that I was doing some thinking about what my future is going to be. I don't really know what I'm going to do this year. Probably just work at Westmount and like try and like enjoy myself. I haven't really felt like a Brock star lately. I've kind of been like a depressed, lonely little simp for the past few weeks, sending out desperate messages for attention from people, just needing to talk to people and like not focus on my life, focus on anything outside of my life, because I wasn't happy with the state of my life. But now I'm like, okay, we got to do the opposite of that and just focus on doing things that are good for me, like doing podcasts, making videos, playing piano, should do some painting, get back to the kind of routine I have started. I'm trying to get off my phone more. I've taken so many steps like to reduce my phone screen time. Like, I'll show you if you have the camera open. First of all, that's my home screen. Like, I have no more app icons anywhere on my phone. It's all just a list. It's called the minimalist phone screen. And then on top of that, I saw this thing on YouTube. They're like, put your phone in black and white, and it'll like reduce your screen time because you just get more bored. There's no like flashy colors to attract you. So I did that too. There's too much text on YouTube. I did that too. My phone's in black and white. Has been for like a week. So like I'm just trying to get away from that and like stop using social media so much, and then just seeing someone else thriving while I am kind of in the pits is like it's not good for my mental health. I gotta kind of get away from that for a while, and just focus on me. I reinstalled Tinder 2 nights ago because I'm like, you know what, I'm obviously not good at dating, so Tinder is gonna be like my training grounds. I'm just gonna go out, learn how to like start conversations over text, learn how to like entertain people, get better at that. If they lead to dates, cool. If I blow the conversation, I can just like unmatch and never see that person again. So yeah, I'm in training right now. I'm not good at Tinder though. I've only got one match so far, and I messaged a bit yesterday, and she was just giving me nothing back. Just I'm throwing her softballs. I'm like, please just ask me a question back, like asking, oh, are you from the KW area? Or born and raised, hoping that she would answer, and I'm like, no, I'm from blah blah blah. Where are you from? Just told me where she's from. Didn't even respond. Like so disinterested. And I'm like, I'm carrying this conversation on my back, and I don't care anymore. But yeah, I also don't have any photos, any real recent photos of me with like a mustache. I have a lot of photos of me with a beard, and a lot of like group photos and stuff of me kind of recently. But I was scrounging my phone trying to put together a Tinder profile. So Andrew was like, I'll start taking some candid photos of you when we're doing activities. She's gonna help me out get this Tinder profile set up. So hopefully that works out into something. I need to meet new people. I can't, this job, I only work with one person at night, and he doesn't seem like too much of a chatty guy. I ask him questions. He doesn't toss me anything back. He just answers the questions. So I'm like, am I just really shitty at conversation, or is everyone else just suck at conversation? Like I'm trying to get things going, and I'm more than willing to ask you 100 questions. But like, you gotta ask me something back. I'd like to contribute as well. So yeah, that's how that's been going in my social life. Chris and I went to a Muay Thai class last week, and it was incredibly difficult. It was super hard, like an hour straight of cardio. So we get there. It's like a 4 o'clock class. We get there at like 3:55 because there's a bad traffic on the way there. We were trying to get there 15 minutes early, and we barely made it. And yeah, we get changed. We meet one other dude, comes into the change room, we're changing, and it was his first class too, which is like a relief. They have 4 o'clock classes and 6 o'clock classes, and we had gone and watched a 6 o'clock class before, and there was like 30 people there, like a bunch of newbies. It's kind of like chaotic. So I'm like wondering, is the 4 o'clock class like the the professional guys, and then the 6 o'clock class is like all like the new beginners? And it seems to be that was the case, because we walked out into the I don't know what you even call it, like the mats, the workout area, and it just looks like a bunch of killers there, dude. They are throwing the cleanest combos in shadow boxing that we've ever seen. And so right away we get there, and the coach is like, all right, 10 minutes of jump rope, which I can jump rope for maybe a minute, 2 minutes before my calves and my lungs are just burning. So 10 minutes of jump rope is brutal. I'm whipping my shins, whipping my ankles. You're barefoot too, so it's painful. I can't get anything going, and everyone else here is just like, I mean, Chris has been doing jump rope for like a few months now. He's been getting better at it. He really enjoys it, and I'm not, because I hate jumping rope. But I'm watching videos of people doing it well. It's cool, like the kind of dance moves, doing like the running man and stuff. You can do some cool stuff with jump rope, but we can only do it in the garage, and like it freaks me out that there's a roof above me, like very close to above me, where I'm jumping rope. I think I do much better when we can do it outside in the spring, in the warmer temperatures, and I can like not be afraid of hitting stuff and hitting people around me. So 10 minutes of jumping rope. I just tried to do as much as I could, and I was dying after that 10 minutes. And then as soon as that's done, he's like, all right, guys, 5 minutes of shadow boxing. So you just, kind of look in the mirror and just throw punches and kicks, just warming yourselves up. And then he goes, all right, 40 push-ups and 40 crunches. And Chris and I are like, did he say 40 or 4? And he definitely said 40. Everyone else in the class immediately drops and starts just pounding up push-ups. I drop, and I'm like trying to do like really clean push-ups. And I get to 10, and I'm like, this is not how I'm going to do it. So then you just start bouncing. And they're not good push-ups at all. I'm looking around at everyone else, and everyone else is just kind of like firing through them. So yeah, even doing 40 crunches though in a row was very tiring. Then we do 5 more minutes of shadow boxing, which I'm already exhausted from this point. We're like 15 minutes in, and I'm dead tired. And then after 5 more minutes of shadow boxing, he goes, all right, guys, now 20 diamond push-ups, which you put your hands like that, and it's like more of a tricep push-up. I could barely go down. My triceps are not that strong. So I'm like moving like inches. My body's just barely fluttering above the ground. And then after those 20, we did another 5 minutes of shadow boxing. And then he's like, all right, guys, glove up. Let's get started. That was just the warm-up. I've put everything I had into it's all sweat covered on the mat. Everything I had is now in a puddle in the shape of Aaron the Brock on the floor, and now I'm gonna start strapping up gloves. So he's like, all right, guys, partner up, put your gloves on. Chris and I are like, okay, well, you want to be partners? We don't know anybody else, so we were gonna be partners. And then as we're putting our gloves on, a girl comes over, and she's like, Chris, well, she didn't know say Chris because she didn't know Chris's name. But she's like, hey, we're kind of like the same height. Do you want to like partner up? And Chris was like, yeah, sure, that makes sense. And then so the only other guy available I see is standing behind Chris, just this massive fucking silverback of a dude. The guy's like 300 pounds, jacked, like 6'5". I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be my partner. His name was John. So yeah, John and I pair up. We're kind of chatting a bit. He used to do this stuff a lot when he was like 20. Now he's like in his 40s, and he's like, yeah, I'm trying to get back into it, get back in shape, but I'm not the young man I used to be. And looking, this guy could just fold me up like a lawn chair. Like I if we were actually fighting, I'd stand no chance. But absolute gentle giant though, just the sweetest guy. He gave me a lot of tips. And the combos we were throwing when Chris and I have been doing Muay Thai in the garage, we would do like punch, punch, kick, punch, punch, uppercut, just like 3 to 4 piece combos. And the first combo the coach hits us with is like cross, right hook, left teep, right teep, roundhouse kick, rear kick. It's like 4 punches and 4 kicks. It was just exhausting. I throw one combo, I'm like, oh boy. And then you got to do that for 5 minutes straight. So I'm just fighting John for 5 minutes, and then we swap. Then I hold the pads, and then John does his thing. And I tell you, John holding like his punches, he goes very light on the punches, which is nice, but his kicks, I swear he's elevating me off the ground. Like I'm holding the pads down to the side, and that thing hits, and my forearms are like shaking, and I'm like, oh. So even when I'm holding pads, I'm not getting a break because I'm just bracing to try and not get snapped in half by John's rear kick. It's absolutely insane. But we made it through the hour. We did like 3 different sessions of us sparring, and then at the end of those 3 sessions, dead tired, coach goes, all right guys, 150 abs, whatever workout you want to do. I'm like, oh my god, come on. So I'm just like looking around the room, like do 10 crunches, then I just start doing leg flutters, and I count each leg going down as 1. So I'm just like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, just trying to burn through as many as I can. And then that was the end of the Muay Thai class. Absolutely killer, but like it felt good after. We were both super nervous going into it, like we're gonna get our asses kicked, we're gonna be so out of our element, and we were out of our element. But everyone there was super friendly. I think when you have the ability to like fight and like kick people's ass, you have no reason to be like an asshole. You don't have to like front and posture yourself and like act like a tough guy, because you just know in the back of your head you're already tough. Like you don't have to worry about it. So everyone was super friendly, like, hey, yeah, keep coming back to Tuesdays and Thursday class. The 4 o'clock class is the one you want to do. 6 o'clock is kind of chaotic. So yeah, that was really good. And then we were going to go back Thursday, but I kind of hurt my foot on one of my kicks. I didn't flatten my foot out when I kicked. I kept my toes pointed and just smashed my ankle against the pad. I didn't really notice it until I got home, and like I can hardly walk on this thing. This really hurts. So we missed Thursday's class, but tomorrow's Tuesday again. Hopefully this head cold's gone away, because it'll really hurt my cardio. But we're looking to get back and try and do this 2 times a week. You get 3 free classes, which is really nice with this place. You can just show up 3 times and like kind of scope it out, and then it's like $100 a month. And then you get to go to as many classes as you want each month. Like you just pay, it's a subscription, and you can just show up whenever you want. And there's like a bunch of different courses you can take. But for now, I think the classes we took, they were like the pad classes, and there's technique classes. And the technique classes are like for more advanced people. So if we do these pad classes for like a couple months, then we can move up to the technique classes and start learning new things rather than just the basic punches and kicks. So yeah, that'd be cool. That's going really well. I guess, yeah, that's all related to the year of the shred, which if I had never mentioned it, Chris and I are trying to like get in good shape, lose some weight, eat clean. We got the accountability board up and running downstairs in the living room with everyone involved on it. So we have just 4 columns each day: walk, yoga, workout, and diet. And then at the bottom, we have the vices category, which the vices are nicotine, weed, and booze. And if you do any of the vices, you get an X, which then negates one of your check marks from doing one of your good tasks. So we've got that all set up. So we've been doing yoga every day, been going for a walk every day. Workouts, we said like if you do 3 workouts a week, you get the full check marks like that. So you'll get one for every single day. But Chris and I have been trying to do like a little something for a workout, just for like personal growth and like just to feel like you're doing something. And it does feel good to work out. Like I feel, my head's clearer. I feel, smarter. I can think better. after working out, even if it's just like a 20-minute thing, it does have a huge benefit. So we've been trying to do a little something every single day, even though we can get away with 3. So yeah, that's been really good. We weighed ourselves on January 5th, and I was 207.5, and then we weighed ourselves yesterday and took progress pics. And they're hideous pictures, man. They're terrible to look at, just pudgy, pale white boys. And I went from 207.5 to 190.8 in a month. So I lost 17 pounds, which I know that sounds really good, but I think that's more indicative, whatever, that was one of those two, of indicative. It's indicative. Of how bad I ate in like December over the holidays. I was just bloated and like I was extra fat going into January. So like all that excess weight when I wasn't eating all those higher calories and was down to like more like a 2,500 calorie a day kind of deal, and then trying to work out and be in a deficit. Once that plateaued out, I think it's gonna be very hard to drop from 190 now. It's gonna be much slower, maybe like 5 pounds a month. I don't even know. I think like excessive weight loss is like 2 pounds a week. So I think healthily like 4 pounds a month would be fine. And honestly, I think like 180 is a good weight for me. I don't know if I want to be less than 180 when I'm 6 feet tall. I feel like I'd be too lanky then. And plus, you're building muscle too. So the weight is not it's not a key number you want to look at. There's like a lot of other factors. It's more I want to get these little flabby titties, the love handles, and the pudgy belly gone, and get a little more muscular definition. Look a little better. Come Westmount season, I want to get these tan forearms back. Get the whole farmer's tan cooking. My dark brown arms. Can you still see? Do I still have? Is there any farmer's tan remaining? Probably hard to tell on this camera. If you are watching the video, you can see that the art wall is back up as well. We bought some foam sticky pads and got this all up. Have not painted in a long time. I guess the got one painting that fell off. I don't know if it's like a bad omen though. Painted cat dog. But never got to give that to her for Christmas, so tough. Now I just have it, and I'm like, is it weird if I put it up on my wall and I look at her dog every day? I don't know. But it's not on the wall right now because it fell off. It got blown off by the fan because I just used tape instead of the foam pads. But I have an idea for painting after the shit start I've had to January. Maybe I'll make a little video of it too and kind of like update the YouTube channel too of what's going on. I really want to try and get into like just filming really simple shorts for YouTube. So I'm going to just film on my phone, just vertical videos, like only have to be a minute long, just quick bang out ideas, and just get back to making funny stuff again. I really feel like I've lost my funny. I don't know where it is. I've just been so preoccupied with other things on my mind. I got no time to think of jokes. And it's I do find like we've been playing D&D. It's been super fun. We've had two sessions so far. Was it just 2? Yeah, it's just 2 sessions so far. We're working through this Curse of Strahd, or the Quest of Chad, as I like to call it. My character so we have Rikus Dekus, or Riki D, that is Derek, who has an interview with Adam at Westmount in 45 minutes. So wish him luck. I had offered Will, I was like, Will, if you want to work at Westmount, I can totally like get you an interview, no problem. And that was on New Year's Eve. And he's like, yeah, absolutely, I would love to work at Westmount. I'm like, cool. And then I went and talked to Adam. I got his email. I was like, hey, Will, just send your resume to this email. And then Will never sent his email. And now he's ghosting me completely, and no one has heard from him. So I have no idea what he was like. Super excited on New Year's Eve. Even afterwards, he's like, yeah, I want to make sure like it wasn't just Aaron, the booze talk, and Aaron wasn't just, gaslighting me. And I'm like, no, like I was dead serious. I could get you a job. You'd fit in great at Westmount. You love golf. You've got landscaping experience. You're a fun guy to have around. Like, it'd be awesome. And then me, you, and Derek could find like a place together in Waterloo and get, be roommates again. It'd be awesome. And he seemed excited for it at the start. And then he's just ghosted me. We have no idea what's going on with him. He's been playing a lot of World of Warcraft lately. But then Derek last week was like, hey, can you get me an interview at Westmount? And I was like, sure thing. I just sent him Adam's email and then texted Adam, and they got an interview set up like right away. So hopefully that goes well for him. Honestly, with Westmount, usually if you get an interview, you get a job. Like, you just have to be a good person. They can train you on all the equipment. So I think Derek and I are going to be working at Westmount, which would be super fun. What else was I saying though? D&D. Yeah, we've been playing D&D. So yeah, we have Riki D, who is a druid. Then we have Chris is Vice Mayor Horner. He is a wizard. Timothy, the kind of guy you like to have a beer with. That's Ethan, and he is a sorcerer. And then you have myself, old Duke Steamwheels, the fighter. And Duke Steamwheels is a lot of fun to play. He is just an when we set our stats, we just use this like D&D online character creator to like quickly create all the character sheets. So you don't have to like handwrite anything out or use a pre-made character. And you kind of like have to roll to get all your stats and then apply them. So, some people can end up stronger than others. And my guy is just terrible. I think I have 5 strength, like 0 charisma, -1 intelligence, -2 wisdom, and like 0 whatever the other one is. Like just all I have is strength, and then I'm an idiot. I'm just so stupid. I'm a folk hero. I hate nobles because they're bullies. I don't like tyranny. I want to stand up for the little guy. I have an affliction for the vices of the city, especially hard alcohol. I get bored easily and just want to get on with my destiny, and I'm confident in my abilities. So it's been a lot of fun being Duke Steamwheels, just being the idiot. Like in the last session we just had, we're working our way through this tall house, and I kick in every single door I see. I'm beelining it. There's no slow creeping, check for traps. I'm just booting in every door I see. Looking for alcohol. I started off with just wearing chainmail, and then I found a nice tapestry that I ripped off the wall and used as a cape. And then I found a servant's uniform that I put on over my chainmail, but it really didn't fit. So it just like goes like below the chest. The buttons are, screaming off of it. And then I found a moldy tiger rug that I then used that as my cape and hood, and then I wrapped the tapestry around my waist. And then I found a nursemaid's uniform and swapped out the servant's uniform for a little nurse Jenny on top of that. And as I'm kicking in all the doors, there's this one part of the floor where there's like 2 doors like 90-degree angle, and they're like, they asked me like, "Hey Duke, go kick those doors in." I'm like, "Can I kick in both doors at the same time?" Like a little jump scissor kick, and they're like, "Of course you can." And I do it, roll nat 20, and just boom, jump, Jean-Claude Van Damme, kick both the doors in. There were 3 enemies we had to fight in this building. There was an enchanted coat of arms. There was a ghostly ghoul chick. And the last one is the great one. So one of those 2 doors I kicked in was just like a closet, and we never investigated it. And I was like, I was just running around doing other stuff. And Chris goes back downstairs to investigate the closet, and a broom attacks him. And Andrea like rolls for the broom's attack, and she's like, "Chris, how much health do you have?" And he goes, 9. She goes, "Okay, you take 2 damage." We're like, "That's not how much damage. How much damage did he really take?" She goes, "Okay, you take 6 damage." So Chris had walked into this closet, and a broom smacked him in the face, and Chris had to run away. Duke Steamwheels was upstairs at the time. Then he heard all the commotion, and I ran downstairs and just slaughtered this broom. Yeah, I killed all 3 of the enemies, and I was like right in front of all the fights, and none of them could hit me. Every single attack they swung at me missed. The only time I took damage was when I rolled a nat 1 on kicking a door down, and I hurt my ankle and took 1 damage. There was a mirror in one of the rooms that Duke Steamwheels saw someone in it, and he got aggressive, and he smashed the mirror trying to fight the man that was in the mirror. And it turns out there was a secret entrance to some stairs behind that mirror. Totally accidental, but it worked out. And at the end of the session, I got possessed by a 7-year-old boy ghost. And honestly, it did not affect. I'm just as smart. Probably I might have gotten a little bit smarter, but now I'm just scared of everything. So yeah, that's how our D&D adventure is going. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to like role playing, improvise, and that is. I really wish that there were improv classes here in Waterloo. I'd love to do something like that and like just get out and meet more people. But it's a fun way to do it. If we can do that once a week, it's been a blast. playing for like 2 or 3 hours, just getting up the giggles. It's gonna take us a long time to get through it because all of us just are trying to do random shit, not following the storyline at all. So poor Andrew has to put up with it and try and come up with scenarios of how things happen. Yeah. So that's what's been going on with me. Honestly, I don't remember what else. Yeah, like I said, I got this piano, and I at first didn't have a proper stool for it, so my wrists were just like cocked back the entire time playing, and I couldn't play for more than like 10 minutes because my wrists would get so sore. But I picked up a piano stool when I was at Best Buy trying to get my computer stuff figured out. And have yet to sit back down on it and play, except for like the day I got it. But I want to work through. Andrew gave me this music book, like a piano for beginners, adult piano for beginners or whatever. And so I'm just going to work through that. It is very tricky. The skill of learning to read bass clef and treble clef at the same time. Like, I don't really read. Like, if I were to sit down and just like point out all the notes, I could tell you what the notes are. But when I'm just reading it, I'm just like, that note position is this finger. I'm not reading it out as D, G, E. So I got to get better at doing that. I think when I'm playing out loud, I should be saying what I'm doing with each hand, just to like get it more like in my brain of what I'm doing. And then that would help me pick it up like when I'm trying to pick up songs, in the future. It'd be much more easier to sight read it and do that kind of stuff. But it's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. I mean, right now I'm enjoying it more than guitar because just guitar, you got to build up the calluses, and guitar is a lot of fun. I plan on still playing guitar. Like, it's right beside my piano. It's a very musical room I have going on. A very artist. I got art on the wall. I got pianos. I got piano. I got one piano. I got piano. I got a guitar, and I got a PC for editing podcast videos. It's a very starving artist bedroom. So I'm excited to get over this hump of the pit of January's been down here. February's like just been slightly above, but then that PC breaking and this 2 terabyte hard drive, that sucks if I just lose all the hard work I've done for like the past. Everything I've done on YouTube and podcasts would just be gone. Which, I mean, like, yeah, they're still uploaded on YouTube, but like all the files to like edit them and all that's gone, which sucks. That's a real bummer, but you just gotta, like I said, just roll with the punches, keep on going. Can't let it get me down. I have missed doing these podcasts, and like I haven't played a video game on this computer since I moved into this house, and I don't miss them at all. I'm planning on just wiping that 1 terabyte hard drive of all my Steam games and just using that for video footage until I get stuff figured out. I want to be creative, and I want to find my funny again, and I want to be entertaining, because I feel like I was last year up until like Christmas. Really, after Christmas, everything's kind of been just shit. Just shit miss. New Year's was fun, but like, yeah, everything. Yeah. It's been rough, but thanks for the support from all my friends. Everyone's been there for me and helping me out when I need to. Chris and Andrew have been amazing in like supporting me with all this PC stuff. Going through all the breakup. I even feel weird talking about it as a breakup because, like, I mean, we were only together for like 6 weeks, and like the worst part is that we were friends. Like, we were good friends for longer than that, and now that seems to be gone too. So it's like this person's just really out of my life, and that sucks. That's a real bummer, because I enjoyed talking to her and like bantering with her. Like, we had good times when we weren't romantically involved, and then now it's just gone, and that sucks. But hopeful for the future that I can kind of get my head back on straight and be a good friend to her again. That'd be cool. That'd be cool, because I don't want to put any more pressure on her that I'm like trying to win her back. Because that's not fair to her. She said she's not ready for it. I shouldn't don't try and force things. But yeah, so I don't know. That's about all I got right now. Honestly, I got the PC up and running. Realized I didn't have that old podcast footage, so I wanted to get something out for you guys. And now I can really try and test out this PC and see how easy it is to edit this thing on here. So thanks for listening, guys. Again, I say this every single week. Thanks for sticking around. I know it's been for like the past 2 months. It has not been good on the podcast or the YouTube channel. I've really fallen off of it, but I haven't given up completely. I still plan on doing this stuff. So I appreciate your patience. And, people were reaching out to me when I was, after the first 2 podcasts thing, I was going through a tough time. People reached out and, they're there for me. So I really appreciate that, guys. I love you. as I always say. And yeah, here's to the future. Here's to getting better, and finding your true self, and being a Brock star again, being Aaron air out. And on that note, Aaron out. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed your stay. Now take what you learned and have a great day. Damn, it feels good to air out.